guys, my name is Becca and welcome to a library haul. So I got in the mood to read a bunch of books that I've heard some really fantastic things about, but I don't know if I would enjoy them as much as other people would. I don't know if they were exactly books that I would love. So I did the responsible thing and I got them all from my library. Not all of them fit into this category, but a good majority of them do. So we're going to start with the books that don't fit in that category that I just wanted to pick up because I was there and I saw them and I really wanted them. But I didn't buy them. I saw them at the library and I really wanted to get them. So first up is Imprison the Sky. Ow, I just hit myself with that. That hurt. Imprison the Sky by A.C. Gaughan. This is the second book in the Elemente series. I'm not sure how many books are going to be in the series, but I did read the first book. I just hit myself in the face with it again. The first book, Reign the Earth, and I read that last year, and I really enjoyed it, so I'm hoping to pick this one up and read it soon. But yeah, I saw that it was out, it was at the library, and I was like, oh wait, yeah, I really want this, I want to read that. So I picked it. I'm really excited. We'll see how it goes. I remember very little from the first book, but I remember really enjoying it. I think I still have a notebook where I wrote down my thoughts of it. So I think I'm going to try and find that and see if I can read that again. Because I don't know if I really want to reread the first book. Again, I enjoyed it, but I don't think I have the time to reread the first book. So, yeah. I'm really glad that I found this one. And yeah, it's just all about like elemental magic and if I remember correctly, oh my god. Our main character is like betrothed, or she has to marry this prince in order to unite their two kingdoms because, oh my god, I believe he's either a prince or a king, I'm not entirely sure, but he really hates elementes, like beings who can control elemental magic, and he's trying to, I believe, like weed them out, like exterminate them. I'm pretty sure, I can't remember exactly, but I remember that she ends up marrying him to unite their clans, and then she finds out she is also an elemente, and now she is freaking out because she's married this guy and she's gonna have to hide a part of herself in order not to be killed by him. So, if I remember correctly, that's what it was like. Oh man, I totally forgot a lot about that. But it's about an entire year since I read it, so that's why. Next book is another sequel, and that is The One You Fight For by Ronnie Lauren. I was gonna pick this up, I was gonna buy it, then I held off, and that night I went to the library, and it was perfect because it was right there. This is the third book in... Is there a series name for this? The first book is The Ones Who Got Away. I read that... Is that December? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read that in December. And then I read the second book, what's it called? I just read that last month and I can't remember. The One You Can't Forget, which is Rebecca's story. I read that last month. And then this one is Taryn's story, and so we'll see how this goes. But, I believe this is Taryn, one of the survivors of the school shooting. There were only a handful of survivors from this massive shooting. Was it 10 years or more than? Yeah, it's been more than a decade since the shooting. Taryn's one of the survivors. She's one of the friend group that you meet in the first book, and then Shaw, her love interest, is the brother of one of the shooters. So, yeah. This is definitely going to be one of the most interesting ones, I think. So, I can't wait. And then the last one that doesn't fit for that category is Circle of Shadows by Evelyn Skye. This is the start of her new series or duology or whatever this is going to be. I don't even know. It could be a standalone. I don't think so, though. I think there's going to be a second book. Maybe. It just came out, so I'm not entirely sure. And I haven't read her other duology yet. I do own it. It's up there. What is it? The Crowns Game? I've been really meaning to read that, but I haven't. But this one sounded pretty good. see, it is a society of assassins, an empire of magic, and a world of secrets. This follows Sora, who can move as silently as a ghost and hurl throwing stars with lethal accuracy. Her Gemina, don't know what that is, Damon, can win any physical fight blindfolded and with an arm tied behind his back. They are apprentice warriors of the Society of Tegas, marked by the gods to be trained in magic and the fighting arts to protect the kingdom of Kichona. I don't know. It's about assassins and magic and secrets. It sounds good. And yes, I have not read her other duology, but I'm hoping to rectify that soon, maybe. But I definitely want to pick this up for sure. Hopefully I like it. Not a lot of people have really enjoyed this one yet. Some people have picked it up and just thought it was okay. So I'm hoping to enjoy it more. We'll see. But I'm excited. Okay. Now we get on to the ones that I don't know how I'm going to feel about. But these were on, like, people's favorites of last year. Like, yeah. Yeah. Well, except for one, which has not been a favorite. The one that I'm talking about literally just came out this year. It came out last month. Let's talk about that one first. This one, ever since I got it from the library, I've heard very mixed things about. Actually, I've just heard very negative things about it, so we'll see how this goes. But that is The Girl King by Mimi Yu. This is about two sisters, Lu and Min, and they've always known their places as the princesses of the Empire of the First Flame. Assertive Lu be named her father's heir and become the dynasty's first female ruler, while timid Min will lead a quiet life in Lu's shadow, until their father names a new heir, their male cousin, Set. It sounds good. It sounds very good. But I've just heard some really negative things about it since I picked this up. But we'll see. Again, I got it from the library, so it's not like I'm really that worried about it. But it still sounds pretty good that I really want to try and pick this up and see how I feel about it for myself. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to keep saying that for every book, I think. We'll see. But yeah, now we get on to the books that are in, like, people's favorites. I don't remember exactly whose favorites. Like, some of them I kind of know, and some of them I kind of don't. These are just a lot of people's, like, favorites of last year. First book I do know, Books and Lala's, one of her favorite books of last year was Blanca Iroha by Anna Marie Michelmore. I've never read an Anna Marie Michelmore book before. I've always meant to. Wild Beauty is the only one that's coming to my mind. Why can't I think of any of the other ones? When the Moon Was Ours and The Weight of Feathers. The Weight of Feathers, I don't know if that one really calls to me, but the other two does. This one, though, for sure. This is a retelling. I actually can't remember what it was a retelling of, but I remember hearing that it was, like, a retelling of something. Oh no, this is sort of like a Snow White and Rose Red retelling, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Blanca Iroha, probably. But this is about two sisters who... Okay, let's see. They are rivals and opposites. Blanca is obedient and graceful, and Roja is vicious and manipulative. They know that because of a generations-old spell, their family is bound to a bevy of swans deep in the woods. They know that one day the swans will pull them into a dangerous game that will leave one of them a girl and trap the other into the body of a swan. Everyone believes they know which sister is going to be the swan and which one's not, but then it's like everyone believes they know which one, but that's not always the case. And then there's two local boys who are drawn into the game. The swan spell intertwines with the strange and unpredictable magic lacing the woods. And all four of their fates depend on facing truths that could either save or destroy them. I just heard this is very, very good. And Lala over at Books and Lala loves this book, so I'm excited to read it. Again, I'm going to keep saying that. Now we really get into the books I'm not sure if I'm really going to love. First one is The Papi War by R.F. Kuang. Oh my god. This is a very high fantasy. It is about a woman who's trained for war and she intends to end it. She's a peasant, she is a student, she is a soldier, she is a goddess. When Rin Ace Sekeju, the Emperor White Test to find the most talented youth to study at the academies, is a shock to everyone. To the test officials who couldn't believe a war orphan from Rooster Providence could pass without cheating, to Rin's guardians who always thought they'd be able to marry Rin off to further their criminal enterprise, and to Rin herself, who realized she was now finally free of the servitude and despair that had made up her daily existence. That she got into Senegard, the most elite military school in the Nakara Empire, was even more surprising. But surprises aren't always good. I just know this is very high fantasy. It's Asian inspired. I believe this takes place, I believe this is like an actual war, and this is just like a fantastical telling of it. If I remember, what I've heard is correct. I'm not entirely sure, but I am, like, really interested in to see how this goes, and I am excited to pick it up. Next one up is The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. Oh man, this is an Arabian telling. Okay, so I should know this one. This one is about Nari, who is our main character. She lives in Cairo, Egypt. She is like a little con artist. She's a thief. She lives alone, she has no family, and she doesn't believe in magic whatsoever. She believes it's all just made up, and she uses people's beliefs in order to con them, pretty much. She has always been really good at languages, and she's always had this, like, sense that, like, she knows when people are sick and, like, what's wrong with them. And yeah. So one day she is using this, she's pretty much conning these people using magic in order to, like, heal this person. She doesn't believe in magic, and she accidentally, unintentionally calls a warrior, a jinn warrior, out of thin air. And she's freaking out. This should not be happening. Magic isn't real. And this jinn takes her to the land of jinn, where apparently she's part of. So yeah, she's part of this, like, extinct race of jinn that can heal and are very good at languages, and yeah, now she has to go to pretty much her enemies and, like, live in their world, and there's a lot of, like, court politics and things like that. I've read this, and sneak peek to my February TBR, I really enjoyed it. You don't just follow Nari, you also follow Ali, who is a prince of jinn. He's prince of the race that are her enemies, pretty much, and it's his family that she needs to go to and live with, and hope to God they don't kill her. But this was so interesting, and yeah, I can't wait for the sequel. I need to pick up the sequel now. I really, really enjoyed this. I'm a little ticked off at the ending. Not really, because that very, very end really... Okay, well, I'm not going to talk about it because I'm going to talk about it in my wrap-up. But, yeah, I really, really enjoyed this, so... Yeah. Okay, the last two books I have... First one is Saw Kill Girls by Claire Legrand. I read Fury Born by Claire Legrand and really, really loved it. This one I've heard is different. So it says, beware of the woods and the dark, dank deep. He'll follow you home and he won't let you sleep. Who are the Salco girls? There's Marion, Zoe, and Val. Marion is a new girl, awkward and plain, steady and dependable, weighed down by tragedy and hungry for love she's sure she'll never find. Zoe is the pariah, luckless and lonely, hurting by hiding it, aching with grief and dreaming of vanished girls. Maybe she's broken or maybe everyone else is. Val is the queen bee, beautiful and privileged, ruthless and regal, words like silk, eyes like knives, a heart made of secrets, and a mouth full of lies. Their stories come together on the island of Saltkill Rock, where gleaming horses graze in rolling pastures and cold waves crash against black cliffs, where kids whisper the legend of an insidious monster at parties and around campfires, where girls have been disappearing for decades, stolen away by ravenous evil no one has dared to fight until now. This is also, I believe, on Lala's favorite books, if I remember correctly. It sounds good, and if she really enjoyed it, I'm hoping to enjoy it as well. I don't know, though. I heard this is really creepy, and yeah, this could just be really creepy. But I heard it's absolutely fantastic, so we'll see how I feel about this one. And then the last one is on Reagan's favorites of last year, and that is Foundryside by Robert Jackson Bennett. I actually have no idea what the hell this one's about. I don't know why, actually. Well, okay. So it says, Sansia Grotto is a thief, and a damn good one, and her latest target, a heavily guarded warehouse on Tavane's docks, is nothing her unique abilities can't handle. But unbeknownst to her, Sansia has been sent to steal an artifact of unimaginable power, an object that could revolutionize the magical technology known as scribing. The merchant houses who control this magic, the art of using coded commands to imbue everyday objects with sentience, have already used it to transform Tavane into a vast, remorseless capitalist machine. But if they can unlock the artifact's secrets, they will rewrite the world itself to suit their aims. I meant aims. Okay. Okay, we'll see how this goes. Tamora Pierce did blurb this. If she enjoyed it, I'm hoping to. But I have no idea. Wow, a lot of authors blurbed this. I mean, yeah, Brandon Sanderson blurbed it, but I don't really care for that one. We'll see how this one goes. This one was the most, like, out of my comfort zone for sure. Like, I don't know if I'm truly gonna like this one as much as I might really enjoy all the others, but this one I'm not entirely sure. We'll see, though. We'll see. I like the fact there's, like, ancient artifact kind of things. But we'll see how this goes. So yeah, that was my library haul. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you with another video soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.